Hello, bridesgrooms and barleycorns. My name is TV Skyn, and welcome back to the boss designs of Elden Ring, where last time, I think I got married? I think I may have potentially gotten married last time, which is a big life decision that I'm not 100% sure I thought long enough about making, but now it's done. We went to the lands between Vegas and just got hitched right then and there in front of a corpse, which I think is pretty traditional in the lands between, and that's probably fine. I'm sure that won't have any negative consequences for me down the line in any way, shape, or form. Who the hell knows? I certainly don't. That's for future Skyn to figure out. And as for me, well, I want to know where the hell Blaidd has gone, for one thing. But before I get too obsessed with figuring out where the hell Blaidd is, I want to go to Jar City, Jartown, Jarville. Oh, hey, Al. You're still here. Yeah, okay. So not from that direction, then. Well, then, where in the heck and the how and the hill, the ho, the hey, the how? Do I have to go into a cave or something? Whoa. Okay. All right. Jesus. Oh, you're a fucked up crab. Oh, you're boy. A little death blighty there, bud. Oh yeah, bud. A little death blighty. Hey, Godwin. You keeping an eye on me? Oh, you have built yourself an edifice of corpses. That's cool. I mean, kings love to do that. It's traditional. Not so much building an edifice of corpses so much as he's growing it, I guess. Poor dude has essentially become cancer, right? Like a body without a soul, growing ceaselessly, absorbing death. Because the cliff extends over... So it has to be like a cave, right? So is it a thing of, like, enter a cave system on this side of the cliff or something? I'm gonna figure this out. Fuck... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this could go poorly. Yeah, there's no way in hell I make that jump without torrent, right? So, No! And that's fine, no more torrent. We can do the rest on our own, surely. And then... roof! Ha-ha! Okay, you guys aren't just gonna instantly try and all kill me, right? Like, I would feel a little bad about going down here and then just... slaughtering Alexander's entire village. Hi. Okay, I can't target you?
Hello, Cos. What are you doing here?
Oh, I just dropped in.
I didn't think anyone knew about this place. Except us Jars. Ah. Are you going to be the new potentate?
Sure?
Gosh. Truly. That's wonderful news. It's not easy being potentate, though.
Yeah.
I know. Show me your hands. It's just a little test, cuz. To see if you've got the right stuff. Your skin isn't so smooth, is it? You need slick, slidey hands to be potentate, you know?
Wait, what?
But I don't think you've got what it takes. What a shame.
What does the potentate do? Do I want to know?
Don't look so glum, cuz. We can still chat. Potentate or not, come back and visit me. When you can.
Okay. What does slick, slidey hands mean? Okay, it's alive. Cool. for a given value of however much one of these things can be alive. There's a question in there, right? Like, if the thing that animates the jars is all the corpse bits that they're full of, one of the questions you have to ask is like, okay, how is that meaningfully different from a zombie then, right? And what is their consciousness then? Is it the... Because, like, Alexander certainly speaks as though he, in some way, responds to or tries to carry out the will of the flesh of the warriors that are interred inside of him. With the little caveat that, like, those warriors weren't interred inside of Alex, you know, on purpose. It's not... It doesn't seem to be what they were asking for. He was on the Radahn battlefield just kind of scooping up corpses, you know? Just kind of being like, these are lying around. I can just pick them up. Just like, whop, I can just eat them. Like, which again, zombie behavior, right? Like cannibalistic behavior. Speaking of robbing the dead... Lots of flowers that Eye of Yellow. Grow in lands afflicted by frenzy. Shrub fruit bursting. Those are eyes. Those are eyes. That looks like eyes. Bursting with ripened pulp. Grown in lands afflicted by frenzy. It is used for its pain-relieving properties, though it's also known to be a dangerous intoxicant. Nice flower garden you've grown here. I say, just ripping it out of the ground. That's... It's instantly endearing, isn't it? The little leg wiggle that it does when it's sitting there. And it's like, also, like, in terms of the animation of the characters, right? Most of the jars we've encountered, even the small ones, they don't really do that, right? They don't stand around, like, wiggling back and forth or dancing or wiggling their little toes. They mostly have, like, their arms up and sort of ready for combat. Also, they've been aggressive, all of them. They don't really just hang out and seem to take a nap. So there's a bunch of good work being done by the animators here in Jartown to... Jarburg! Oh, okay. In Jarburg, to sort of endear the jars to you. And harmless looking. I mean, who knows? They could turn on me yet, but... them ripping out all their flowers and breaking their fences. Keep expecting something horrible to happen, right? Like, I keep expecting... This all seems too nice. How about you? Are you hostile? Is it going to be like one jar that's just angry and wants to kill me? I guess not. I guess this is just the nicest village in the game. It's just... Everything's just chill. And everyone's cool. I mean, I'm unfamiliar with this as a concept, but okay. Seems weird. Strange way to live. Why aren't you all doing violence to each other all the time? Why aren't you crazed and insane with lust for blood?
Oh. Hello again, cuz. I'm happy you came back. I have good tidings for you, cuz. Have you noticed the rare flowers growing in this village?
No.
I asked the villagers if you could pick some of them.
Yeah.
And they said you'd be very welcome.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. No. I was waiting for permission. No, I would never. I'd never. Like me, like walking up with like a huge, just my arms full of flowers. Like, oh yeah, no, yeah, no. Oh no, these are different flowers from somewhere else. I wasn't picking them.
Go on, Kaz. You really should pick some of our flowers. Who knows? They might be of some use.
There might not be that many left.
Go on, who knows?
I appreciate it, though. Thanks, kid. Jar Bairn. Oh, Bairn. As in Scottish, Bairn, which is a derivation of the same word for child that we use in Danish, which is ban. Like, they have this... Not that they're the same word, but they have the same root. They come from a similar linguistic root. Germanic.
Ah, say, cuz. Have you met Uncle Alexander?
That's your uncle?
He used to live here with us, but then he left to be a champion. I asked to go with him, but he said, the path of champions must be trod alone. So
Also, you would die
right?
instantly.
I miss him, though. If you see him, you should ask him to teach you how to fight, cuz he's big and tough and strong.
Yeah, and nothing bad will ever happen to him.
Uncle Alexander said he won't be back again. My home is of the past, and the past, as they say, is a different country. I suppose that's part of being a warrior, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't have to be, but...
Please don't tell anyone, cuz... But I'm actually a warrior jar as well. One day, I'll be just like Uncle Alexander. Then I'll have to leave the village to become a champion.
That's a great goal, kid. I say, with worry and fear rising in my heart. Al, you never told me you had a nephew.
I'm headed to the fire. I can strengthen. I will ford. I can strengthen. I will ford.
Okay, I guess not. Oh, man, it's Elden Ring. It's a something horrible is gonna happen to Alex. He's cracking already. Hey, like, his form is deteriorating and falling up. Like, something horrible is gonna happen to him. And then I'm gonna have to go tell the kid that something horrible happened to his uncle? His idol? From Software, you bastards. Okay, I guess that exhausts what I can do down there. Still kind of stuck on what the hell a potentate is supposed to do with their slick hands. Blaidd. I mean, I guess the first thing is to talk to E.G. He's like the last one left. We can't really talk to Celovus. Hey, dude. Ranni's gone and stuff. I'm married to her now. Where the f*** is Blaidd?
My fellow, how can I help? Lady Ranni has departed along the dark. Now Lady Ranni is in your... I pray that you... Lady along the... Now Lady... I pray that you...
Okay, but like, dude... Where the f*** is Blaidd? Okay. I guess I could strengthen the greatsword. I am gonna have to make a decision at some point if I want to respec into the Dark Moon greatsword. Like, I think we're far enough along in the game that at this point I'm gonna have to settle on a build that I like want to really like fully commit to. Because at this point, I love my greatsword. I love my big slab of bonk, my huge chunk of steel. I do. I have a genuine, real deep affection for big bonk gameplay. But I do also want to experience something else before the game is out. Blaidd. Where the f would Blaidd be? Blaidd? I don't like this very much. Oh, no! Come on! Hey, dude. Hi, buddy. Hey, pal. How about we go see Ranni together? Is that a black knife assassin? Can I talk to you? Okay, nope, I can't talk to you. I don't suppose I could just leave him. Ugh. E.g. Could you?
Greetings, Lady Ranni. Along the now, Lady. I pray that you.
No? Okay, you don't want to be some fucking help here? But I don't want to. No. Switch. Where is? It's because the merchant. He gave me the whistle thing, right? Like it was a whistle. Was that what it was? I could have sworn I got like a whistle emote. When we met Blaidd down here. Somewhere. Well, Kale, do you have any ideas?
Always.
Any dog whistle that you could give? No? Okay.
Goodbye for now.
I just want a way to calm him down. Wait, was it the finger snap? Was that the one that he gave me? Guess it was the finger snap. It wasn't a whistle. Okay. We'll try it. Blaidd was afraid of betraying Ranni. And it seems to have driven him mad. I guess maybe when Ranni killed the two fingers, like there was like a mental signal that's like, hey, this Empyrean has rebelled. It's time to kill her or whatever. Was it this one? Okay. Well, is it a thing where if I deplete your HP a bit, you chill out? I would like that to be the case, please. Ow. I'm sorry. Ah, man. From Software, why does it always have to be like this? Yeah, Black Knife Assassins. Black Knife Assassins. Ranni worked with the Black Knife Assassins. Surely not. Blaidd, who served as Ranni's shadow, was a loyal ally who would defy destiny itself if it would have him turn upon his lady. Really? The pelt serves as a cape protecting from cold. Blaidd was the blade of Ranni, but the cold bothered him anyway. Oh my god, really? Okay. In defiance of the fate he was born to, Blaidd swore to serve no master but Ranni. As proof, the sword was imbued with a cold magic the moment the oath was sworn. Another int weapon I can't use. Right, but Ranni worked with the Black Knife Assassins. Like, these are not agents of the Two Fingers. Like, whatever else they are not agents of the Two Fingers. Because they wield weapons that are profane, right? Which sort of begs the question of why were they here? Why were they at Ranni's rise? What were they after? I don't suppose you want to be useful now, old man.
Greetings, my fellow. How can I help? Unthinkable. How could Blaidd? How did he break free from his cell?
His what?
No. More importantly, Blaidd became a curse that plagued Lady Ranni. Yet even in madness, gave himself to her. I've made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blaidd. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
What do you mean? Hang on. So you put him in a cell somewhere, and he... So that's why he was gone? You imprisoned him? But, okay, so I guess... He's a shadow. Baleful shadows are a kind of... So Blaidd would have been a baleful shadow. Except he tried so hard to resist it. Right? To not become it. And refused to be a danger to Lady Ranni. And the state that we find him in is one where he's, like, fighting with the curse, or the destiny, or whatever. And he's lost control of himself. Still begs the question what the fuck the Black Knife Assassins would do. Like, maybe, yeah, I mean, it could be a case of if they were co-conspirators. Like, he attacked me on sight, right? So maybe he just attacked the Black Knife Assassins as well when he was going feral. All right, then. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Specifically, though, he seems to be dead of death blight. Or, no, it's the... Isn't that the... No, that's not death blight. That's the... Is that the same kind of magic as the Godskin Noble was throwing around? Helm fashioned from a crystal looking glass said to never have left War Counselor E.G.'s head. Easily broken and weak against striking attacks. Worn by those committed to high treason, it wards off the intervention of the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. E.G. was afraid. Terrified of his own treachery. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. We can take that as a suicide, then. Or, no. Oh no, I see. Another Black Knife Assassin or two. Just the one? Ah, Blaidd took out 3 of them. Not that much of a... Oh, no, 2. Okay, 2. Respectable. Oh, 3. Okay, fair enough, fine. You're on equal playing field. You're on equal level. Fine, fair enough. Is this Ranni tying up loose ends? I mean, I said so in the episode, right? You can see it either way. You can see the two-facedness either way. She has me now. Maybe she doesn't need you anymore. I really do like that there is this ambiguity with Ranni. As I've said, I believe that she loves Blaidd and E.G., and that cutting them loose is from her an attempt to some extent to protect them, but there is a pattern here that you can trace. Blaidd kills Celavis, E.G. imprisons Blaidd, and E.G. in his guilt and fear is in a prison of his own mind. It is a line of dominoes set up perfectly to knock themselves over. But then, on the other hand, what other solution to the problem of Blaidd is there? He loves Ranni so fiercely, this faithful hound, this shadow. What if the curse of the 2 fingers had been too much for him to bear? What if the order to kill had come down and he did not have the strength to resist it? For Blaidd, to bring harm to Lady Ranni is a fate far worse than death, and so, instead, have E.G. lock him up, imprison him, alive, in a place where he can't hurt her, and he cannot hurt himself, and she won't be forced to kill him. It is cold mercy, but it is mercy. The Black Knife Assassins really are the X factor here for me. Are they agents of Ranni's will? They certainly were when they slew Godwyn, but if they are a sect ideologically committed to the death of all gods, well, it would only be a matter of time before they turned on Ranni as well. She is an Empyrean who's trying to take the place of Marika. It may be that they're turning up to slay her servants now simply because Ranni's getting too close to reaching that goal. Ultimately, though, all of Ranni's servants are undone by the curse of their own nature, by their own two-facedness. Celavis by his perverse greed, Blaidd by his werewolf curse that the two fingers can make him transform into a monster, and Iji by his paranoia, shame, and fear that makes him turn on his own last friend. It is tragic in the classical sense of the word, like Greek heroes of old. Orpheus, whose love is the strength that lets him brave the challenges of the underworld. Orpheus, whose love is the weakness that makes him give in to doubt and despair. Okay, well, I guess I have to figure out what the f to do next, then. I guess that's the conclusion of Ranni's whole quest line now. That's the whole of it. All the loose ends have been wrapped up. Okay, I guess I can't delay it any longer. Altus Plateau or Volcano Manor. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't get up to Volcano Manor from down here, can I? It's like there's cliffs all around, but I have to go here and take the road. Okay, so, well, Altus Plateau it is. Guess there's no way around. Yeah, so Volcano Manor would be... It makes sense. Looks like a exploded volcano, kind of. Where was the dragon? Here, right? Yeah, there it is. Right. Lanciax. Okay, I could probably take him on damage at least, even if I'm not confident I can survive an attack from him. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. Is he just the welcoming committee, like, welcome to the Altus Plateau, F you. So you fight him for real somewhere else. I guess that makes more sense to me with the way that he was designed. He seemed a bit more important than that. Like Lanciax. Sounds like Lancelot, right? Like, sounds like a character of some importance. A misbegotten. Well, that's unusual to see up here. I feel like that's probably unusual, right? They are banished from the Erdtree's light, theoretically, as subhuman. So I guess they're here as raiders? Sort of evidence of how much the Golden Order's power has waned. They've lost the ability to control where the misbegotten are. Oh, right! But there's fucking siege weapons. Okay. Could you not? I don't know if that breaks them permanently, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Is that a specific person, I wonder? Guess it's the same left to right. Well, yeah, but mirror. They point in opposite directions for some reason. Whoa! Okay, whatever that is, don't do that. Architecture is rhetoric, right? The way that we build buildings, the way that we construct the build environments is, especially when it's a state doing it, is a form of rhetoric. It's a form of arguing for itself. And if we take architecture as rhetoric, like, what's the rhetoric of this, right? That the Golden Order wants people to understand when they come up here. Well, the rhetoric is that you are tiny. You are an insignificant, itty-bitty, tiny little speck, and the Golden Order and the power it commands, the warriors that are on its side, the armies at its disposal, the grandness and grandeur of its edifices and its constructions are monumental. Like, in the literal sense of being monuments, right? Of being astonishing. Overwhelming. Impressed. Ow, for fuck's sake. And Orlando cosplayers. And Orlando, by the way, is the same thing in Dark Souls. It's also a form of rhetoric, right? On behalf of Gwyn's empire. Damn it. Okay, could you... Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, don't look so pleased with yourselves. Same thing with these ghost banners, I feel. Like, again, it's rhetoric, right? It's dominance over the landscape. It's control. It's territorial marking, right? Like, here, the Golden Order holds sway. Here, the Golden Order rules. Our banners rise over the land. Yeah, no, the crossbows, the ballistas are back. Oh! Yup, no, they're back. They're back in a big way, I see. Okay. Oh, preferred if you didn't do that. I guess they're mining the meteors out here? What are we T-posing for dominance over? Ooh. Oh! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, dear. Okay. Well, that wasn't the plan. What in the world? Is this related to Astel? Ah, Jesus. Okay, there goes Torrent. Yeah, okay. Cool. So that's there. That's hanging out. That's, oh, literally down in a little pit, like an antlion. Okay. If that's if that's like a baby Astel, like a larvae Astel, then I feel somewhat vindicated in my analysis of it as an antlion kind of creature. Oh, that's two of you guys. What if we didn't? What if we didn't do that? What if we didn't? What if I just looked for the grace that is in here somewhere, right? Okay. Welcome to the Altus Plateau. I am not overpowered for it, but, Right, so that's the path to the actual Erdtree. And if we wanted to go to Volcano Manor, it would be a matter of following it around there. Okay. Just gonna test my damage output here. Oh my god, I managed to aggro only one of them? That's pretty good. Nope. Okay. That's one. How much do I get for you? Oh, I get gold because I have to kill both of them, huh? Okay. Runes, please. Thank you. 20,000. And an Erdtree Great Shield. Weighty great shield forged of gold, carried by the Order of the Tree Sentinels. Heavily equipped knights blessed by an old incantation of protection. The living rampart of the Erdtree, the Tree Sentinels are the standard to which all defenders of the Erdtree aspire. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, again, those are also... Like, the Sentinels are also the basis for the big, giant statues that flank the approach. Which, again, architecture as rhetoric, right? Can we have a round 2? Can I win this time? Okay, little help. Oh, again, I keep not reading that correctly. I think Oleg's got it, though. Yeah, there we go. Good boy, Oleg. There might be better ashes somewhere in the game, but I've become quite fond of you. We'll not spend too much time analyzing the Fallingstar beast, at least not right now, because, well, I don't know anything about it yet. None of the items it's dropped tells us anything in the descriptions, and so all we've really got to go on is the design and the name. Still, I think I'm safe in my prediction that this is related to the Astels, since Astel itself was said to be a malformed star, and this thing shares the mandible imagery of that creature. My assumption, then, is that this is the larval stage of the Astels, while the others we've seen are, I guess, either nymphs and fully grown adults, or else maybe they are whatever passes for male and female within their species. It's hard to say. It is interesting as a design, though, the Fallingstar beast, because in the crater it appears as little more than a swirling dark something pulsing with what seems like gravity waves. This might, of course, just be a gameplay conceit to hide the full model of the beast until a player approaches, but it does open up the interpretation that the body that we see is something like a hastily built suit of armor that the creature is putting together to protect itself made from the rocks and the debris in the crater, while the true nature of the being is something much more weird and non-physical. Maybe that's why it ends up looking like a bull rather than an insect. It's just a form of convenience to defend itself in the moment. Maybe it implies that malformed stars are fundamentally black holes. Or maybe it implies that the fundamental nature of any star in this universe is a kind of spirit of gravity, a ghost made of space-time curvature. I don't have any answers to any of these postulates, of course, but in analysis, finding interesting questions is often a lot more fun than coming to conclusions. Next, the question, I suppose, is there anything on the other side of this ramp? There's a boss over to that side. So over here, there's just big f***ing poison flower protecting what looks like a cave, maybe? In for a penny. In for a pounding. Omen Killer. Miranda the Blighted Bloom, huh? Okay, you're not too tough, thankfully. Okay, this I felt a little overpowered for, maybe. The blade of this huge, loathsome cleaver comprises a row of amputated omen horns, weapon of slaughter wielded by omen killers. The hideous horns cause bloodlust, adding vibrant color to the ongoing mayhem. Well, that's not very chill. I guess we could go out there to these little ruins first. Sure. Gives us a better look at the fortress. There's something a little bit the first kiln about, like, this ring fortress, isn't there? Not in the sense that I think it's like a reference or anything, just vibes. Oh, it's an Erdtree church. A formless sacred seal depicting the ceremonial foundation of the order enhances Golden Order fundamentalist incantations. Fundamentalism in scholarship is scholarship in all but name. Oh boy, boy howdy. Scales incantations using both intelligence and faith. Now that is an ideological position that's interesting to interrogate. Yeah, unquestioning belief in dogma. That's kind of the same thing as scholarship. Like, that's practically, it's like, there's no difference, really. It's the same thing as scholarship. It's like, it's just like academia when you think about it. It completely makes sense as a position that the Erdtree fanatics would stake out, right? Like, because that is an argument that you will get from religious fundamentalists, is that, like, the only true pursuit of knowledge is knowledge of, like, the whatever. Like, whatever is the object of veneration. And all other things is like an unholy distraction from, you know, the true purpose of the pursuit of knowledge. The only understanding that is worth pursuing is understanding of God, that sort of thing. Oh, Jesus, okay. Well, aren't you a familiar son of a bitch? Oleg! Oh, thank God for summoning, honestly. I don't suppose I could get the crit here. No, not on that kind of uneven ground. Okay, guess we missed one in Siofra. Or rather, I guess this is one of the places that those gargoyles were deployed. Again, architecture as rhetoric. We talked about how gargoyles are protectors of edifices, architecture, buildings. So that makes perfect sense in the context of the area. What on earth are those? Are those torches? Or... are they like arrows that something fired? Hey, creepy lady with the...
You... please, I can... you...
Sure.
The fingers I served once prophesied a tarnished would one day become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
I'm afraid they were wrong about that.
Surely you see it too. The gold that enshrouds the heavens. The great tree which begets the pillars of light. Oh, tarnished. Hasten to the foot of the tree. And whatever you might face, the fingers will surely guide you.
Yeah, the finger. I'm a good friend to the fingers. I love the fingers. I have never helped someone murder them. I would never do that. That's not me. Boy, is that even possible? You can't kill the fingers. They're immortal, probably, or something. So don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I love fingering things. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell are you doing here? Not even a boss this time. Also seemed to just sort of appear out of the body of someone else, which is interesting. Do you also have your phase 2 here? This seems unceremonious for a reunion, honestly. You've got plenty of health, though. Yep, there you go. Just a projection, right? That can't be the real guy. Yeah. He possessed a servant somehow. I would have thought you would be guarding the way in here. Why were you protecting this bit? Huh. Much to consider.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Yes, please.
In Marika's own words, hear me, demigods. My children, beloved, make of thyselves that which ye desire. Be it a lord, be it a god, but should ye fail to become aught at all, ye will be forsaken, amounting only to sacrifices.
That's an interesting thing to say.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
I don't suppose there's much... I think the next thing to level up is just endurance, isn't it? Get more stamina, get more equip load. I really hope I haven't missed Melina dialogue at any of the other graces. I know I've missed it at a lot of them. I mean, on here on the Altus Plateau. What on earth is that? Oh, pay attention. Even right under the boughs of the Erdtree. Those who live in death have taken hold, huh? But I mean, I guess we also found a mariner up here, so I suppose it's no surprise. A what bird? Okay. Up the stairs. Up the stairs. That way. That way. Pointing myself in the right direction. I didn't need to do that. Right, well, that would have been too easy then, wouldn't it? Okay, I guess, is that one way to get in there? The other thing on the map seems like, and also that Grace kind of seems to be pointing that way, is over here, over the bridge, and then into the city that way. Is that a mini-boss guarding a boss door? Oh, now I know I'm on the right track. It feels like there should be a Grace here somewhere, surely. Surely. Maybe down here behind that one? Down here, maybe? I just kind of want a Grace, really. Oh, whoa! Jesus Christ! Let me in, let me in, let me in! Ah! There'll be a Grace down here, though, right? Surely. There's a Grace. Good, 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 good. Okay, I guess this is slightly closer than what I had before. Okay. Trying very hard not to let myself get overly distracted. That's like a turbo tree sentinel, isn't it? Yup. Draconic, huh? Oh, I see. Okay, sure. Yeah, like the horse breathes fire. Why not? That makes sense. Be a lot cooler if it didn't, I will say. Oh, hey, I can stagger him. That's nice. Gotta feed your horse less chili, man. It's not good for them. Okay. Also lightning on the sword. Or the whatever that is. Hammer? Axe? Dragon claw? It's something of the kind. Haha, get staggered, loser. Ow. Okay, I didn't need to be as worried about that as I feared. 50,000 runes, Jesus. It was a dragon great claw and a shield. Weapons said to have been whittled from the claw of a great ancient dragon wielded by grotesque tree sentinels who yet serve the Erdtree. The claw is enwreathed with lightning and tears through the dragon's feeble descendants with ease. Great shield said to have been whittled from the claw of a great ancient dragon. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's not that it's a boss door. There was a boss encounter behind it. It was that it was guarding the door to prevent you from getting through it. I see. Here was me thinking I was, like, gonna go on the bridge and have another boss encounter immediately. We've already covered the Tree Sentinels as designs, but the Draconic version here is certainly an interesting iteration on that particular soldier. Because where the regular Sentinels absolutely cover themselves in tree imagery, these guys instead are dragon cosplayers, essentially. Their horse has dragon wings on the reins, their armor is patterned after dragon bone and dragon scales, and rather than the holy sprig of the tree on the helmet that the regular Tree Sentinels have, here there is a sculpture of, well, something that's vaguely dragon-shaped at the very least. The horse is interesting especially because the regular Sentinels' horses are armored like tanks, but this horse is much more slender and serpentine along the neck, really trying to imitate a draconic shape. And it's funny, isn't it just funny, that consuming the heart of a dragon in order to take dragon communion and transform into a dragon, oh, well, that's frowned upon, that's heresy, that is the vilest of blasphemies. But the most holy protectors of the most holy tree of the Holy Golden Order dressing up as dragons and trying everything in their power to become as much like a dragon as possible, up to and including using dragon limbs as weapons in order to use dragon power, well, that's pious, actually. That's virtuous, in fact. See, because when we steal body parts from a dragon to make ourselves more powerful like a dragon is, then that's cool. But when you do it, that's cringe. Actually, that's cringe, that sucks, and you suck, and that's bad. And obviously, the parallel is not lost on me here that Dragonkin soldiers were also pale imitations of true ancient dragons that tried to wield dragon power in service of a knightly order. That seems to be a little bit of a pattern in the lands between, doesn't it? The dragons and their strength is a fixation that no power structure can ignore. Right. And then here I can get in, right? I'm not gonna need a key or... Leyndell, here we come. Bit of a side entrance, but you know, still. Not exactly promenading up the front and center like a prospective king, but... Huh, okay. Is it me, or does this not look... I mean, I'd have to go back and check, but... Doesn't this look a lot like the chapel where we start the game? Some sort of sage holding a budding tree close. Hey, how you doing? Okay. You guys gonna get up and try and attack me when I go past, or? No. Okay, well then we're fine. I will grant it is a pretty big tree. Like, as far as trees go, pretty large. That's an okay size for a tree. You know, like I've seen bigger trees, sure. Like, but that's pretty good. That's reasonable. That's like a reasonable mid-sized tree. It's mid. Let's be honest, it's mid, but it's trying its best, and that's what matters. Oh, hello.
My utmost thanks for bringing me to the base of the Erdtree. Here, I can govern my own movement.
You couldn't before?
And thus, the accord is fulfilled. I shall depart.
What? No.
To ascertain the purpose I was given.
I probably missed your dialogue somewhere.
I shall leave Torrent, and the power to turn runes into strength. Here, with you. I wish you luck in realizing your ambition. You have fought long and hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Bach? Is that Bach? Ah, man, damn it. Okay, I'm being punished. I should have gone around exploring more. Hey, Bach, is that you?
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? Bok, the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments. Master, did you see it? The Erdtree.
Oh, no, I must have missed it.
I don't really have the words for this.
Is it outside?
I was so dazzled. I felt something stir in my breast.
Oh, that sounds cool. I should go check it out.
The Erdtree is waiting for you, Master. I know it, I do. I feel it in my bones. Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, I am your personal seamster after all.
Sure, why not? Oh, that takes the cape off. Well, we can't have that. Oh, it also takes off a bunch of weight, I see. And some defensive stats, but...
Oh, going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys. Bok the sea ready to make a... Oh, please...
Okay, I guess he went here. Good on him. Anyway, let's go find that Erdtree he was talking about. I don't think I saw that anywhere. That one looks too small. That's not a tree. Well, maybe he was imagining it. Okay. If you insist. Since you insist. Another gargoyle. A broken down one. Nonetheless. An annoying thing to have to try and pass by. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, buddy, but I'm gonna have to get you out of the way. This looks like an herbalist's place. Like with all the drying herbs hanging from the ceiling. Oh, hello. Oh, hi? That can just spawn, I guess. I guess that does make sense, so close to the Erdtree that there'd be a few of them around, but... Boy, you have a lot of health, don't you? Oh, come on! Okay, well... Can't summon Torrent here either. That makes sense. Okay. Wouldn't happen to be a lever here that I can pull to open that door? Or I could just push it. Yay! You know, I brought up the first kiln comparison mostly as an idle thing, but... Like, I'm sure this isn't ash or whatever, but... Even if it's just dry desert sand or dust or whatever... Kind of has the same... semiotics, right? Same implication. Okay, so that's like a defensive bubble that protects them from an instance of damage. Okay. Okay, I don't want to deal with you right now. Go away, leave me alone. Can't help but feel like I should go back to the Grace with Bach and try and find... sort of rediscover a path through here. But, yeah, well. Oh, hey, no, actually, this looks right. Oh, you're over there. Okay, so this looks pretty correct. I have one flask. We ball. Oh, sealed by Morgott the Grace-Given. Oh. Well, okay, well, where is he then? In theory, we're going to that thing, right? Which would be this. Or maybe that? One of the two. One of the two big palaces seems like the kind of place... Because we need to get to that. That door over there. Which goes into the tree. That would be the goal of the area, right? So... I guess we just gotta find a way through that labyrinth of a town. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, Oleg. Let's try this again, shall we? Hermes, you're still yowling out there, baby. I've fed you today. Yes, I know. Meow. He doesn't like it when he's not getting attention. The thing is, if I open the door and let him in, he's going to want out in about 5 minutes. And that's being generous. And then when he wants out, and I let him out, he's going to want to go back in 5 minutes or so. The precious little baby. I will cuddle with him later. There's those spear-wielding female statues from the approach. Okay, so is that reachable? Like, no, right? Nope, not that way. Oh, I didn't realize they had instantly expanding sealants, like sealant foam in the lands between. Presumably, this is like. Is that honey? Or wax? Or, I mean, I guess maybe it's tree sap, I guess, because it's trees. So the doors are sealed. Oh, wait, that's on everything. Oh, that's on everything! Wait, no, not on everything. Those windows down there. So not absolutely everything, but anything that seems like it actually could be opened is sealed. By the looks of it. I don't think I'm going to get through here. Oh, hey, the wings of the dragon. Okay, we got to climb the wing, obviously. Got to do that. That's mandatory. Climbing corpses. Corpse climbing. Corpse Climber has to be the name of a black metal band also. What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. Okay, I found a grace. Hooray. I feel like this is the correct direction, right? Like, this has to be correct direction to get towards something. So there's a couple of thoughts I have about Leyndell. Not necessarily analyses that I'm willing to hard commit to, but thoughts that I just want to get out of my head before we proceed. In tombs around the game, we see the roots of the Erdtree penetrate coffins and consume corpses as part of the circle of life that the Golden Order is founded upon. There is no true death in the lands between, at least in theory, just an endless cycle of reincarnation through the grace of the Erdtree. This is the pact of the Golden Order, a foundational way of how it circumvents the rune of death that has been sealed away. Leyndell, this giant city full of houses but curiously absent of citizens, is penetrated by and built around the roots of the Erdtree, these questing branches that seek out tombs for nourishment. And so, upon seeing that so many of the houses are boarded and sealed up with what looks like tree sap, my immediate thought was, oh, well, you board up your house during a plague, or if the inhabitants are dead or they have fled. So these houses are like coffins. Oh, maybe they're full of corpses. Maybe the tree is eating them. The Erdtree, in its present weakness, is eating its own worshippers to survive, sealing them inside of their homes and treating them like a juice box, to the point that it has depopulated the whole city, turned on those who are most devoted to it. And worse, remember the grace where we first ascended to the Plateau? That grace is called Abandoned Coffins. And what is there at that grace? Wagons. The wagons are coffins, which means that they are corpse transports. Outside of Leyndell, there's a whole field of these things laying around abandoned, like they were called here to deliver their cargo, but never sent back out again. And in Leyndell itself, there are even more coffin wagons lying abandoned in the streets. It's almost as though the Golden Order has been desperately importing corpses, bringing them in by the wagon load so they can feed it to their arboreal, consuming god. Although, maybe I'm getting a little bit too excited with that. Maybe Leyndell is just a necropolis by nature. Maybe the corpse wagons always came here because being buried next to the Erdtree is an honor, and the abandoned wagons are just a symptom of the system collapsing rather than evidence of a sudden crisis. I would be unsurprised if I go below the city in the next episode and I find it full of tombs where those corpses were supposed to go in a stately, dignified burial. So maybe it's not exactly evidence of mass human sacrifice, and the houses in the city were simply sealed by fleeing inhabitants hoping to protect their belongings in a crisis. Maybe it's not really that big of a deal. What does feel like kind of a big deal, though, is the ash. Now, I have to imagine that it is ash because it doesn't look like desert sand, and what would desert sand be doing here? And it doesn't look like snow from the mountain, which, again, that would surely just melt. So unless it's flour, for some reason, this kind of has to be either dust or ash. Now, whatever it is, aesthetically it all serves the same purpose. This is a city slowly being consumed and covered by sand or dust, and that is basically the classic Empire slowly consumed by the relentless march of time imagery. See the Radahn episode for the Ozymandias example of that, and all over Leyndell we do see that ash is collecting between cobbles and gathering in the alleys between buildings and piling up against the walls of the city. So where's it coming from? As I see it, there's only really two options for this. Either it is the giant dead dragon slowly decaying over the city, which is shedding its stone scales as dust into the town below, possibly. There's not really a visual effect to indicate that this is so, but it certainly would be possible. The other possibility is that it is the Erdtree itself, slowly shedding this ash from its bark, slowly turning to dust. So, wild theory, the Erdtree is glowing, like it is shedding light all the time, so maybe it's just burning really slowly. Maybe it's on fire all the time. The Erdtree slowly burns, but so long as you feed that fire with corpses, then it keeps replenishing itself, cycling souls back into the world. That certainly feels soulsy, and certainly feels satisfying as a comparison to the kiln of the first flame and the age of fire. And maybe that ash has just always gathered in Leyndell, but back when the city was populated, people just used to sweep it up and dispose of it. This theory is maybe a little bit out there, but it does kind of appeal to me. I observed that the city kind of reminds me of the kiln of the first flame, and the idea that the tree is a fire that must be constantly fed with souls or risk going out is a very Age of Fire, King Gwyn and Orlando kind of plot twist, and it would square with FromSoft's gentle habit of reusing motifs from older games. The simpler theory, though, is that the ash is coming from the tree because the tree is dying. It is crumbling slowly to dust as the Golden Order itself is crumbling, and the ash is the debris of that failure. That would make sense in a cyclical kind of way, right? The Erdtree grew, it flowered, it ushered in a time of plenty, but now is the winter of our discontent, and ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Well, I guess I could run up that tree route. Jesus, that's a big one. That's a little taller than the other ones, I feel like. Oh, there goes that item. And there goes that item. Whatever it was. In before, another locked door I can't open until I beat a boss somewhere else entirely. Okay. What in the hell? The first Elden Lord, I guess, but it's a ghost? Alright, I guess he was just hanging out here? Huh? What? The f was he doing here? Godfrey the First. That's the guy that Godric was screaming about. Wait, those finger eater crones. They've been killed pretty brutally. Huh? Okay, well, okay. That was the first Elden Lord. Ghost of him, piss elemental of the first Elden Lord, I guess. Protecting a room that's just full of the corpses of finger readers. Why on earth? Why are all the finger readers dead? I mean, I guess they're pretty frail. It's not like I would expect them to survive much, but oh, wait, this looks actually important. Oh, cool. There's a Black Knife Assassin here. Just casually hanging out. Jesus. Okay, anyone else? Any other mother... Is this someone's bedroom? Scrolls. Oh, those aren't flagstones. Those are tablets. It's little... You know, Moses stopped at 10 commandments. This seems a little ambitious. Grants a greater blessing to the caster allies, restores HP. The Erdtree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment, such is the course of all life. I mean, yeah. Oh, I found the right way. This is... Oh, we got... Okay, we got that. Cool. Okay, cool. Cool. Got it. Okay. That means we... Now I know. Now we have the grace. Now we know where it is. Okay. Now I can run back. And poke around a few other things. Oh! Well, it was a bedchamber. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. This would be the Queen's bedchamber, and then right outside there's access to the Erdtree. That makes sense. Then this feels like that would be like maybe a shortcut? That would be nice. Regression alone reveals secrets. Didn't expect Monarch. Regression alone. Regression. Okay, so that means something. I'm just gonna put a marker down for this. That means something. So yeah, the Queen's bedchamber, and I guess this would be where she would write all the laws and pass all the commandments and such and so forth. Also, not much of a bed, this thing, is it? You could do with, like, a mattress or something. Oh, hey. I found the way. Golden Order Principia. Prayer Book of the Golden Order of Fundamentalists, a dense and complex academic treatise that contains the Order's fundamental principles, can be given to a learned Radagon's Rings of Light Law of Regression. That sounds a lot like the thing that it said on the ground in the message outside. That sounds similar to that thing. But then I'd need enough faith to be able to cast whatever it is. I guess I won't know how much faith it costs until I check, so... I can't survive that drop. Okay, but that thing said only regression brings insight. So is that a thing of you have to... Okay, so... I have to find a dude... I guess Brother Corin? Oh no, wait, let's... Because NPCs die, but Turtle Pope is forever. Also, you wouldn't happen to have some new dialogue at this point. It's been a while.
Greetings. Do you need anything? You know, it's said that Lord Radagon harbored a secret. A famed sculptor of the Erdtree capital was once summoned to render Lord Radagon's likeness in giant stature when he glimpsed the skeleton in Radagon's closet. And as such, it's said the great statue harbors his secret too.
So,
Oh, what have we here? Very well, let us both learn together.
37 int. Okay, right. Int? Wait, int? Heals all negative statuses, dispels special effects, and reveals mimicry in all its forms. The fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the powers of regression and causality. Regression is the pull of meaning, that all things yearn eternally to converge. And yet the young Michaela abandoned fundamentalism, for it could do nothing to treat Melina's accursed rot. This was the beginning of unalloyed gold. A gift of gratitude to the young Michaela from his father Radagon. The boss is right there! The boss is right there! It's right there! It's right there! I could just go! I could just go to the boss! It's right there! Literally just immediately through the door! I don't need... God damn it! Hey, girl, you want to make me Ranni's sibling so that this relationship becomes incest? That way it really becomes like European royalty.
Art thou not?
Cool. I guess I'm a strength int build now. Okay, so... in order to cast that, I would need a catalyst. I don't have that. Or rather, I do have catalysts, but I'm not equipping any right now. I need you. You had better be worth it. I tell ya what. Why am I like this? Why could I just not leave well enough alone? Why couldn't I just... why can't I just leave it alone?
No. I need to do better than this. This will never kill a god. I can do better than this. It needs to slay a bloody god. Oh, it's you. Don't pay me any mind, it's not important.
Sounds a little important.
Just lay out your arms.
Slightly important. It sounds a bit like, hang on, kill a god? What do you mean by kill a god? Okay, that's about as far as I can push it right now to +7, which is not enough. Oh, no, right. Some, the special, the magic special weapons. The magic special weapons scale differently. It's only the regular weapons that do like up to plus whatever 20 or whatever the f was. Right. Okay. So I'm probably good. I should find somewhere to test this. But for now, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be pissed. How close do I have to be? I guess... Or maybe I have to be right on the message. Oh, there we go. Oh. No. What? Oh. Oh. Wait, how? But Radagon was Marika's consort. So she was his own wife husband? What do you mean, is Okay. So, okay, I guess I got what I wished for. It worked. It gave me something to think about. Okay, it doesn't work twice. I can't flip it. So, okay, so they have the same statue. They have the same pose. They're both doing the crucified Jesus pose. Both of them. They're both T-posing for dominance. So their statues have always had that overlap in them. But then there's the contrasts, right? Where Radagon's statues are very rigid, very straight up and down. Marika's are much more flowy, curvy, where Radagon had that cross pattern behind him, that cross hatching, almost like a plant scaffold. Marika has whatever the this is. This elephant trunk, snout, tail, whatever the hell. But this is like circles, like spirals, circles, round shapes. Kind of wish I could see them side by side. Okay, yeah, well, you know what? This not my problem. Futureskind, I'm throwing this to you. You deal with this fucking shit. Oh, past Skyen, you are of such a simple mind. Frankly, it's a wonder you can even figure out which way of your sword is up sometimes. There really isn't a mystery to Marika and Radagon here. In fact, it is perfectly obvious. Radagon is Marika, and Marika is Radagon, which makes perfect sense because Marika is the sun, and Radagon had to marry Rennala, who's the moon, because that's celestial. And that's destiny, which means that's important. So, actually, you know what? Actually, this is too obvious. It's too obvious. I'm not gonna waste the audience's time by tediously spelling out something that I'm sure they've all already figured out. In fact, let's test your knowledge, audience. Why don't you put it down in the comments? What you think the reason is why this makes sense, and then in a later episode I will check your answers, and then I will say whether you got them right. Yeah, that sounds good. That's good YouTube engagement. So you do that, and then I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna go and don't worry about it. Wait, really? That's a new outfit.
Graceless, tarnished.
There you are.
What is thy business with these thrones?
I didn't want to come, but you know, Gideon insisted.
Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Miquella and Melina.
Oh, Miquella, not Miquella.
General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Ranni. Willful traitors, all.
Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Oh, no.
Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgott, last of all kings.
Oh, we're being agile now, huh? Oh, and we can summon spears also. That's cool. Ooh, cartwheels. Fancy. Okay, don't be mean to her. Oh, f you with your delays. Ugh. Oh, damn. Melina's got moves. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Gold swords keep falling on my... I kind of feel like I can't get in there. Keep falling on my head. Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, there goes Melina.
Stained by my curse, such shame I cannot bear. Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
What's with the tree? Gotta say, dude, some of that seems a little less than holy. Whoa! Don't like that, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. Okay. The curse, huh? The omen curse, I guess. How long is the range on that? Long enough. Oh, you and your delays. You. It's very annoying. Do you know that? Of course, you have infinite combo. Right, he explodes. I forgot he explodes. suck it. Whew. Oh, it heals me. That's what it is. Before we get to Morgott, let's just have a quick chat about Melina, because she shows up to the fight with Morgott with a very minor design change. Her cloak is gone. Now, I suspect the main reason for this is to avoid conflicts in her combat animation. A big covering cloak isn't really great for the kind of athletic movement that she's doing, so getting rid of it makes sense. But the design utility of a cloak is that a cloak is a means to hide yourself, hide your body, hide your size, hide your weapons. In character design, thus, a cloak is often a means to make a character seem mysterious in various ways, and here in the fight with Morgott, Melina shows up for the first time, uncloaked and fully revealed. And that does dovetail quite nicely with Melina herself finding her purpose here. She asked for us to take her here so she could find her reason for being, discover herself, and losing the cloak is a good visual signifier of that kind of character development. It's the dispelling of a mystery. Of course, she does immediately recloak herself at the Grace after the battle, so again, maybe it's not really meant to be relevant to the character, but I still can't help but read it that way. Speaking of which, according to the wikis, Melina uses the Black Knife Assassin moveset, which, very much like the cloak, that is a detail you can very much assign some meaning to. On the one hand, this is the kind of thing that you might do just to make Melina unique and extra useful in the fight with Morgott. She's a very special NPC, and reusing some visually impressive animation that you've already got is a good way to make her stand out. She's not just any summon, she's a special summon. On the other hand, the idea that Melina at some point was trained by, or possibly even a member of the Assassins, that's a fascinating thought. Because, if you're an organization whose goal is to destroy the Golden Order, it is hard to imagine a more decisive 1-2 combo than killing the last king of Leyndell and then going to burn the Erdtree. Having said that, I don't really get the vibe that that's what I'm supposed to be taking away from it. It feels more like a case of convenient animation recycling. As a character, Melina is a wanderer looking for meaning, whereas an assassin is someone who has already very much found their purpose. Okay, I just need a second.
Tarnished. Not but a fool. The Erdtree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about your character design, right? Is the Leper with the ragged cloak and the staff, the walking stick. But the cloak itself, right? The nature of it, the fineness of the fabric, the thickness, big, imperious, regal, and the dignity that he carried himself with. A bitter dignity, too. I mean, we hear it in the fight, right? That he's stuck between feeling a deep claim to the throne, a right to it, and feeling deeply unworthy of it, feeling ashamed of his curse. To be cursed as he is, shameful, and something that he sort of tries to feel fierce pride in, but also this bitterness that's born from... it's not just that he feels he's cursed because of his omen condition. The Erdtree, as he says, has shut itself off, right? Is denying everyone access. I guess as we're about to find out. Which, like, insult to injury, right? Yeah, there's the scaffolding, that crisscross pattern that's associated with Radagon.
Hello again, old friend. Allow me a moment to converse with you. You are unable to enter the Erdtree, no? Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the Erdtree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act. So I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Then I can set the Erdtree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord. I wish to journey with you once more to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Then, and guide you. I wish to the flame then, and guide you.
The Flame of Ruin, huh? Seems safe. That's probably fine. What could it possibly ruin? It's like, like, ruin this, ruin that, you know. Okay, then.
Well, you managed to return. You know what this means. The Erdtree has spurned you. The fingers remain still, shaken by this turn of events. They are busy consulting the Plateau will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass. No matter for me, but you. How will you ever manage the wait? My, oh my.
Uh-huh. Morgott's Cursed Sword. Warped blade of shifting hue used by Morgott the Omen King. The accursed blood that Morgott recanted and sealed away transformed or reformed into this blade. Regal Omen Baron. Doll of a curse-born baron from the Erdtree's royal line. Uses FP to unleash many wraiths that chase down foes. Omen babies born of royalty do not have their horns excised, but instead are kept underground, unbeknownst to anyone, imprisoned for eternity. These memorial fetishes are fashioned in secret. Every f***ing Souls game, you just have to have it. You have to have the tragic, sad king.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
What words? These dumb don't know about. This tuning fork looking ass motherfucker
Mamma mia!
doesn't know about
It's me!
useless rotting corpse of a nothing. Tens of thousands of moons. This is just standing there like, I have to think of something to say. It didn't work. Oh god, I don't know what to do. Like a child who's forgotten to turn in their homework for the teacher. Off.
thousands of moons before the fingers again offer their guidance. Oh my,
I'll burn the impenetrable thorns, actually.
Heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Erdtree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the Rune of Death too?
Sure,
The Rune
yeah.
of Death goes by two names. The other is Destined Death, the forbidden shadow plucked from the Golden Order upon its creation. Unleashing the rune now would be unthinkable. The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will.
They can try and stop me.
But here we are. The fingers dormant, severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on. Finish the job. Take the course you deem most worthy. You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the great forge of the giants on the highest peak in the lands between can burn the Erdtree. But special kindling is required to reignite the flame.
I don't like the sound of that.
For the flame to burn the Erdtree, a sacrifice is needed of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the Rune of Death. You must only decide for the and can.
Okay, so we're back to human sacrifice then. Of course we are. Having slaughtered countless champions during the Shattering, the Fell Omen has become a horror to those who harbor ambitions for the Erdtree or for lordship. That was a proper boss. Like, third time we fought him now. We also had a little tussle with him. Just, like, in a random field outside. But that was Morgott. The last king of all kings. And Melina talking of a new journey. Well, isn't that interesting? Not really for me to figure out how any of this fits together. It's for Future Sky to edit the, 5.5, 6 hours of footage of us running our way up here. It will be easier this time. We have been more direct in our path to the Erdtree than we were last time. But still, glad that's not me. Glad I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, over to you, Brainiac. You figure this shit out. Now we get on to the Omen King himself. Poor, miserable Morgott. And I guess we'll start with the Omen part of his title. Back when we first fought him as Morgott, I constructed a reading of the man as a riff on the figure of the Leper, or a person suffering from leprosy, more appropriately. To recap, leprosy is a bacterial infection that can cause lesions, nerve damage, and severe thickening of the skin, especially in the face, resulting in facial features that look more or less exactly like Morgott, basically. And again, just to bury some myths, leprosy is not highly infectious, it's entirely curable with modern medicine, and it does not cause anyone's limbs to fall off. The nerve damage from leprosy can prevent people from feeling pain, and repeated physical injury that the patient cannot feel can, without treatment, cause so much damage and infection to tissue that necrosis develops and amputation becomes necessary, or just occurs. It is not the disease causing amputations, it is the patient's lack of access to care. As I noted last time, historically, leprosy patients were often treated as a shameful or disgusting nuisance, or even like they were cursed by God. They were something to be shunned, or to be hidden away from proper society, to the point of confining them in quarantine camps, often known as leper colonies. And boy howdy, doesn't that sound an awful lot like how people treat omens within the Golden Order? Kept underground, unbeknownst to anyone. imprisoned for eternity. And that is all bad enough, but we have also encountered omen killers before, like in the cave outside of Leyndell, representative of an entire class of people whose job is to just slaughter omens, including using a cleaver set with the horns of their omen victims. So, yeah, Morgott had a bad time of it in his life, but the mere fact that he gets to be alive at all does seem to betray a certain level of privilege. God, that's bleak. As we discussed in the Morgott episode, I have observed that his ragged cloak on the one hand evokes the cultural figure of the Leper, but on the other hand is made of such fine, thick material and seems, underneath all the stains and dirt, to be a golden yellow cloak with a fine red lining, which is an imperious garment that's far more fit for a noble or a king than a hated outcast. And knowing what we now know, yeah, I'll take a victory lap on that one. I think I rather called it, although maybe that's more testament to the quality of FromSoft's character design. And it does say something about Morgott that he chooses to dress this way, doesn't it? He's Lord of Leyndell, king. He absolutely could dress much finer than this, or at the very least have his cloak patched up and sewn and cleaned, but he doesn't. And for a king to dress this way on purpose, well, that reads rather like a deliberate act of humility. He could, but he chooses not to. This squares really well with his disdain for the flame of ambition that he hates so much in us, and clearly hates in his fellow demigods as well. The ragged cloak, thus, seems like almost an act of piety, or maybe penance, a signal that his service to the Golden Order, his service to the Erdtree, takes precedence over all forms of self-indulgence or pleasure, or even the basic comforts of life. Now, there was in history a king who took command of a holy city, fought on the front lines of its defense, and navigated endless, ambitious infighting within his own faction, trying to secure the future of his religious hegemony. His name was Baldwin IV, King of Jerusalem, but he's known more popularly in culture as the Leper King, due to the infection that would eventually take his life. And it is very hard not to see parallels with Morgott here. Baldwin was disparaged by enemies as cursed by God, unworthy to rule due to his affliction, and depending on the biographer that you trust, he might have been motivated towards piety and martial and political excellence by a desire to prove his worth, even despite the cruel stigma. Morgott seems to be much the same way. He sealed his own cursed blood away in his sword and hid that within his walking staff, and when we force his hand to unleash it, he is horrified that the thrones that he so faithfully protects are being stained by his curse. There's a deep tragedy here, that this poor man has grown up within an order which is so abusive, so hateful, so cruel, downright genocidal to him and everyone who is like him, and yet, the only thing he wants, the only dream, ambition that he has, is to be seen as worthy in its eyes. And that's abuse, right? It feels like the way that children who are abused by their parents often still cannot help but desperately want to somehow make their parents love them, somehow figure out the right things to say, the correct behavior, the right achievements, and if only they can do that, then they'll be accepted, then they'll be loved, and the loneliness and the self-hate and the fear and the misery and the pain will finally stop. It is the wishful thinking of a victim who has been abused to believe that they are responsible for what is being done to them. If only Morgott can defend the throne well enough, wear his miserable rags dirty enough, hate his blood enough, hate the tarnished and hate the demigods and hate the traitors and hate himself. If only he can be loyal enough to the Elden Ring and the Erdtree, then surely the tree will open itself up to him. Surely then he will be forgiven for who he is. Surely then his curse will not be the only thing about him that matters. Baldwin IV was celibate his whole life, probably in part to avoid passing his disease to any offspring, and probably in part because one of the stereotypes about leprosy sufferers in his time was that the disease was connected with the sin of lust. He rode to the front lines of battles personally, even when he was losing feeling in his limbs. He commanded armies despite being blind when his barons failed to lead, and tried on his very deathbed to ensure that his kingdom would be well led and protected by good leadership after his passing. And still we call him the Leper King, because his disease will always be the first thing we remember about him. His achievements, his flaws, his virtues, his person is subordinate in memory to the peculiar fact of his condition. He is interesting not so much because of what he did or who he was, but because of the illness that he had while he did it. It often goes like that. Disease and disability constrains not only a person's life while they are living it, it constrains how that life will be remembered, how it will fit in historical narratives. When we enter the throne room of Leyndell, the text above the health bar reads, Morgott, the Omen King. He doesn't call himself that. Hell, he isn't even called that by other people. Gideon Ofnir calls him Grace-Given. And yet, there on the health bar, the word is attached to him anyway. For all that he has done, all he has achieved, everything he has sacrificed, and everything he has suffered, he will never escape being the Omen, the curse. The thing that he hates more than anything in himself is how he will be known forever, in the title of 100,000 YouTube Let's Plays, in the very code of the video game. When we defeat him, Morgott lays dying on the ground, and his horns are gone. His skin is smoothed, his tail has vanished. His body has shrunk, his limbs have shortened, and with his cloak fallen away, we see him for the first time for who he truly is. An old and withered man, whose body is riddled with scars, and who is emaciated from starvation. Both of these things were inflicted on him, and eventually he probably inflicted them on himself. He dies in despair, trying to curse us. Thy deeds will be met with failure, just as I. But it sounds more like a confession to me. Commiseration, even. A plea for understanding. In the last moments before his death, Morgott extends us an equality and a fellowship that I very much suspect no one ever extended him in life. Tarnished thou'rt but a fool. We are all of us forsaken. What he's saying is, we're the same, you and I. Both of us are fools. Both of us are cursed. And it does register to me that in this moment, it is Morgott who puts his ambitions to rest. It is Morgott who accepts that the Golden Order would never have come to love him. And it is when he does this, when he has no choice but to do this, when he finally lets go of his loyalty to the order that abused him, when he finally verbalizes his anger, his trauma, his resentment, and his grief. That is when the Omen finally leaves him. And that's another episode of the boss designs of Elden Ring. Ooh boy, Morgott. Every FromSoft game has to have its sad, broken king, and Morgott might honestly be the bleakest one of them all. I am not 100% sure if I did a good job with this script or not. Disability and illness are tricky things to get right, and I really am not an expert. I hope I did okay, but if you know more about this subject than I do, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, the next video on this channel is going to be an interview, which it's been a long time since I've done one of those. I got to sit down with Dana Terrace, creator of the Owl House and Knights of Guinevere, and talk about the character design in Knights of Guinevere. And while I think I might kind of suck a little bit as an interviewer, Dana's answers were incredibly interesting and fun, so look forward to that. After that, though, we return to another Elden Ring episode, and that means we have to stream, so I can gather some footage for that episode. So look out for that to be scheduled here on YouTube, hopefully the weekend after this video comes out, but I really can't give you any guarantees. As ever, if you want more frequent videos from me, the Casual channel is the best place to go. I did a video looking at the character design of Highguard a little while back and why it really is not at all like Concord, and I'm going to be getting into some Marvel Rivals character design over there soon. If you miss my League of Legends content, check out the Shorts channel where I have 2 proper video essays on there ranking and reviewing the top 10 best and worst skins of 2025. And yes, I know, I put video essays on a Shorts channel. I'm a parody of myself, but I too am cursed, and that curse will never leave me. Outside of that, Patreon, merchandise store, coffee, etc. If you support me in any of those ways, thank you as always. That support is the reason why I can take multiple months to finish a video like this. However, I am also doing okay these days. I'm able to pay my rent, and so if you have any extra money lying around, please consider donating it to Doctors Without Borders or the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund instead. Even a few dollars will do a lot more good in their hands than they would do in mine. Thank you for your time and your attention. Please remember to be kind to one another. Have solidarity with those who are struggling. And may the tides of history wash gently over us all.